What is going on? What is going on, people? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's get into this one. I'm definitely not trying to make the stream too long, okay, folks. Oh, wrong one. Got places to be today. But first and foremost, let's give a shout out to the people that are here as always. And as you can see, first we've got Ali X. How you do? Welcome to the stream. I think it's the first time being here, so what's going on? How to it all 76. Welcome to the stream. I think this is your first one as well. Chanel, how are you? Christian, Habs, Venus, Sheila, Steph Funny. I think it's the first one as well. Toasty, how are you doing? I see you guys already commenting as well before the show has even started. Let's have a look. Rob's temper is what is really gross. I do agree with that statement 1000%. It's the hypocritical slut shaming what I find most fascinating. Yeah, I hear that. Very hypocritical. Hey Chanel. Christian says, I'm offended with Jasmine, honestly, not Rob. Interesting take. Why is that, Christian? Let us know. How was Rob a fault for telling Jasmine the truth? Well, I guess we're about to get into it. Venus says, I'm glad they heal connected. Damn, Venus is not messing about. Venus likes violence. Precious, how are you? Welcome to the stream. So Jasmine physically assaulting him wasn't gross? I mean, listen, I agree. I see Rob's lack of control over his temper as childish and weak. And did she not also have a temper that day? That is true. Hey, yo. Weird, I'm not seeing that online. Jasmine is trash. I think assault is gross. Yes, please, if you're gonna comment on how someone behaved, could you talk on both sides? Absolutely, that's exactly what we're here for. Are we trying to forget that Jasmine was the one who made the Natalie and Sophie outbursts on purpose, getting Sophie to be called out a whore, and that she was the one attacking? It's a fair point. Both of them are supposed to be adults, but they are worse than children. They are insulted children. Hey Toasty, hey Christian. Okay, so make that clear both of them were in the wrong, not just Rob. Oh yeah, absolutely. Come on now, guys. Anybody that really watches the content that I create, you know that I always speak on both sides. But sometimes, even when you speak on both sides, people just don't want someone to be the devil advocate. People just want one person to be attacked, which is whatever. Sometimes that is the case, but it's not the case in this situation. In this situation, all parties are wrong. There is no party that is correct per se. I mean, all parties are wrong with the way they are addressing what they want to address. What they're addressing is correct for the most part, but how they go about it is crazy. I'm so excited to catch my first live. TP, I'm so happy that you're here for your first live. Come on now. If only we held women's actions to the same standards we are holding the man's. I mean, listen, this is why equality will never be real. It will always be a myth, because nothing in this world can ever be held at the same standard. Whether it be genders will never be held to standards. Your race will never be held to the same standard. Okay, your religion will never be held to the same standard. Your culture will never be held to the same standard. Just the air you breathe, depending on what country, will never be the same. Even the food you eat will never be the same everywhere you go. Nothing will ever be equal. You know what I'm saying? So it is sadly the world that we live in. You know what I mean? Maureen, welcome to the stream. Hope you are good. Good morning and good afternoon, depending where you live. Come on now. Me, it's afternoon. It's 4:13. I am here for a quick live before I have to head out shortly. But anyway, it was easy me to get one now than later. They are both trash. I completely agree. Rob needs to grow up. I agree. Just Joe, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Veronica, how are you? Jasmine is the next Angela Dean, and it's gross. Oh yes, 100%. She's been that for a while now, hasn't she? I do feel like if Jasmine had been American, we probably would have called her the Angela Dean by now. Because remember when Kimberly first came on the scene, everybody used to call Kimberly like the next Angela potentially, especially when she throw her drinks at Usman or whatnot. You know, but because Jasmine is not an American, I think it's taking people a while to really put that together. You know, if she had been, yeah, that would have been a thing for a long time now. Bug, welcome to the stream. First time seeing you here. I'm seeing different actions based on who's posting the content. The network and the producers on the show should probably reset the show. It's pretty bad all around. There's no one to root for. Bug, I love your comment. Absolutely love your comment. And Dot Black, welcome to the stream. Well, first time seeing you too. Bet her kids in Panama can't wait for part 2. What kids? The ones that she forgot about? Jasmine is gross. Sarah D, welcome to the stream. She has no room to say anything. This is true. Just Joe says, they are both trash, but Rob wasn't wrong in my opinion. Oh, I hear you. It's funny how Jasmine keeps saying she's working on bringing her boys, but yet no progress. Welcome to the stream, Wendy. Hope you are good. Rob was 100% right, she says. No one on the show has any room to insult anyone. I mean, that is a very fair point. Anyway, I'm excited about the daily lives. I'm loving it. Come on now, Precious. My South African sister. Now, oh, Miss Sweet Tooth, how you doing? Welcome to the stream as well. Howdy, good to see an afternoon stream. Come on now. I'm really doing what I can to play around with the times, you know what I mean? That's why I keep going around at different times now, because I know everybody lives at different in different time zones, and everybody's awake at different times, and everybody's free at different times, you know. And each time I've come live at different times recently, there's always new people coming in, which is fantastic, which means I'm doing a great job at trying to accommodate everybody, which is fantastic. She's privileged to assume that there will be no consequence for her abusive behavior. She's physically attacked him twice. I agree with that one. Now, so first of all, we're just going to go through this article in particular here that's going to give us a recap of the things that went down at the tower, okay, for the people who are unfamiliar. And then after that, we'll head over to Reddit and get into the post that we are all really here for, okay? So, Jake, the dog's mum, welcome to the stream. So in this one itself in particular, the quick little recap is Rob One antagonized a lot of fans with his recent comments during the 90-day fiance tell. Oh, he displayed a kind of behavior many people consider disturbing, and even though tensions were high all around, when he had an outburst, or had his outburst, he definitely took it too far, which is something that we definitely did see. You know what I'm saying, okay? But also it says immediately after his comment aired, Rob became the topic of many online arguments among 90-day fans. While some were supportive of him on principle, almost a conscious that the language he used was out of line, and that's where it got interesting. The message that he was delivering was accurate, but the way he delivered it was just vulgar. But also continues here by saying the controversial argument started with Jasmine when Jasmine shared with the cast that she was pregnant, and when she was asked whether Gino was the father or not, and she replied the father was not. Well, the father was actually Matt. That's when Rob erupted and accused Jasmine of cheating. But to be fair, Rob was asked a question, to be fair. Let's make that abundantly clear. He didn't speak out of turn, he was asked a question. Anyway, and he said Jasmine and Gino's open marriage was just an excuse for Jasmine to cheat on her husband, Matt. Of course, Jasmine took offense and retaliated by calling Rob a clown. After that, Rob exploded, calling her a pregnant whore. The derogative and sextive language used was incredibly offensive, and the fight escalated to the point of physical violence, with Jasmine throwing a shoe at him. Not once, but twice. Let's not forget that. I'm seeing more people coming to the stream. Mimi, welcome to the stream. I hope you are good. And then also continues here by saying it didn't take long for fans to start trashing Rob online, both for his language and for questioning Jasmine in the first place. Why is Rob constantly coming for Jasmine? He really is deflecting his anger towards Sophie, not caring about him, onto Jasmine, who adores Gino. One user posted on Twitter. Someone else pointed out that causing stress to a pregnant woman was even worse than just what he said, and Rob shouldn't have called Jasmine a derogatory name, nor should Jasmine throw a shoe at Rob either. Both are wrong on how they handled the situation, but Jasmine is pregnant and shouldn't be fighting men cause she can get hurt. Absolutely. Jasmine just shouldn't be fighting anyone in general, okay? Never. She just should have been, kept it civil, you know what I'm saying? Also, he says, following the backlash, Rob decided to address his controversial behavior, but what he did, but he did it in a surprising way. He didn't apologize to Jasmine for the harsh words, but rather to the fans for having used the vocabulary on the show. I'll be honest, I'm not proud of the verbiage I used towards Jasmine, he wrote on his Instagram story, but then he clarified this is not an apology. I just have to do better for me and the standard I'm trying to live up to every day. Not everyone is comfortable with certain things, and to them I'm sorry if I'm offensive. I don't know why you're saying if I'm offensive, bro. You was offensive. Point blank period. My ache for literalism and impartially has gotten me in trouble plenty of times before. The fact that he knows that his temper in his mouth has got him in trouble multiple times before, you would think he would learn about it. You think he would learn and do better. But instead of learning and do better, the man will still continuously run his mouth and get himself in trouble. What a child. But anyway, and checking myself can get thoroughly tested, he said, adding several shoot emojis. And then also here it finalized at the bottom by saying, let's have a look here. I can't forget that people are watching it, and it's bigger than whether or not I could care less about telling a horrible person about themselves. Strapping for the tell, or I'm sure those who dislike me will have their days. And at the end of it all, at least God knows my heart. Wow, we're using God as a freaking tool. God has your heart. Damn, diddly dams. You're telling me God is the reason why you've got a temper. God is the reason why you say vulgar words. God is the reason why you have not learned from your mistakes. God is the reason why you are in your mid-30s and still immature. God is the reason why you're still not a man. Damn, you put a whole lot of pressure on God there, aren't you now? God diddly damn. God does not know your heart, my friend. Trust me. It seems to me as if the devil has your heart more than God does. Nonetheless, they continues by saying whether or not fans will accept this explanation remains to be seen, but for the moment they don't seem thrilled with him. So let me get into the comments before we get into the next post itself in particular that we're here to talk about, okay folks? So I know you guys have been busy in the chat, which I love it. You know how I love you guys to be in the chat. For the people who are new to the chat right now, today, new to the live stream, just so you know, the live streams are based on you folks getting your comments in and for me to react to them and see what I can say to them, okay? So the live streams aren't based on my opinion solely. They are mostly based on you. They're primarily based on you guys interacting and me secondary, obviously, you know, interacting back as much as I can. Right, let's have a look here. So she definitely thought that she would get a pass because she's pregnant, except for these annoying fake feminists out here siding with her. I hear you. Thank you. He was literally asked exactly that. Jasmine was the first ever on the show to get butt plugs, but yet she's using them against Rob. Interesting, Maureen. Maureen's been paying attention. Rob only used words. Jasmine physically assaulted him twice. I mean, listen, there you go. But end of the day, 2 wrongs don't make a right. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. If you know the saying, you know the saying. Rob was the wrong messenger and his delivery was disgusting. I understand he was upset after she convinced Sophie to confront him about his online activity, but what he said was terrible. I mean, listen, sweet tooth. I hear you. Come on now. She squared up. She didn't seem concerned about her own pregnancy. Exactly, Toasty. I don't want to hear about her being pregnant as an excuse. We've seen this woman be vile for years. Screams like a banshee, drown out anyone who speaks against it. No, listen, I agree. The pregnancy is not an excuse for anything per se, you know what I mean? Ask Aiden, welcome to the stream. Afternoon, my brother. What was awful is that 2 men caused a pregnant woman distress which could have affected the baby. I felt intervention should have happened way before this escalated. First and foremost, I will say, okay, based on what you said about 2 men have caused a pregnant woman distress, I want to clarify though, it wasn't actually the men that actually caused Jasmine in distress. It was actually, to be fair, if you really want to get deep into it, it was actually the host. The host, Sean Robinson, asked Rob and Florence their thoughts on Jasmine now being pregnant with Matt. Okay, if the host didn't ask the question, then the questions would have never been answered. But the chain starts with the question being asked by the host. Rob responds in a sensible manner, surprisingly. Jasmine then responds with a snub response of saying, well, I don't care about your opinion, and then calls him a clown. That's when Rob then took it too far. To be fair, we can argue and say that Jasmine already took it too far by calling him a clown anyway and trying to dismiss what he said. But then, you know, he called her a pregnant whore, and then that's when things went kaput. But realistically, the situation could have been avoided. And also on top of that, after the first escalation that actually happened between Rob and Jasmine, Sean Robinson then actually did a decent thing and said to Jasmine, hey, you need to like calm down because you're pregnant and we don't want you to distress the baby. Jasmine completely ignored her and said, no, but he's an asshole. And then continued to have war with him. Do you see what I'm saying? So I cannot sit here and say that, you know, two men went after her or whatever, because the grand scheme of it is that Jasmine had opportunities to really, you know, settle herself, and she didn't take them at all. But of course, when Rob was then when Rob was told about how, you know, Jasmine's pregnant, he then said, I don't could care less, which of course, where he was also in the wrong too. But it's crazy because when Jasmine was told about her pregnancy, she didn't care to calm down. And then when Rob said, I didn't care, I mean, really and truly, you know, Jasmine was asked first and she ignored it. That's all I can say for that one. You know, do what you please with that one, please. Mimi says, during my first pregnancy, I freaked out on someone and my hubby had to hold me back from whooping some chick for disrespecting my home. Prego hormones are no joke. Hey, Mimi, don't be making excuses now, okay? You need to do better next time, okay? If you're planning to have more kids, okay? Or you said your first pregnancy. That means you've had more, right? I hope you haven't done that since, okay? Come on now. You know what I'm saying, okay? And to be honest with you, listen, even though I'm not a woman and obviously I'll never go through hormones like that, but like I said before, we've seen other women come on the show and be able to call themselves. I mean, when Tiger Lily was there, you know what I mean, with Adnan, I think she probably had opportunities to really start talking a lot of smack to a lot of the other cast members, to be honest with you, because, you know, her husband was getting heavily involved, but she stayed there cool, calm and collected for the most part. So yeah, to be honest with you, it's not like it's proof that there are women who can control themselves despite the hormone part. I'm just saying, okay? So yeah, we're not going to use the whole pregnancy thing as an excuse of Jasmine's behavior. I don't think that is fair, to be honest with you, okay? Because it discredits other people who have been pregnant and are more than happy to hold their cool, you know what I'm saying, okay? But that's not me disrespecting, you know, yourself or any woman and say that hormones ain't nothing, you know? Right, let's have a look here. I didn't think Rob was offensive. If it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, it's a duck. Fair enough. Jasmine was equally, if not more, disgusting by shaming him on his OF when she's on it herself and comes across as homophobic. I do agree. Given the fact that she's the one that's very supportive of the LGBT plus community, you'd have thought that she wouldn't have gone in that much about him doing gay porn or whatever, but she went in hard as if she had an issue with the gay porn. So yeah, no, I agree with that, to be fair with you. Very hypocritical. It's about damn time someone grew a pair and confronted her. Oh, that is true, but clearly in this situation, it was the wrong person, wrong situation, whatever. To be honest with you, the right person to confront her, do you know what though? The best confrontation that we could have ever got for Jasmine would have been Angela Deem. We've seen Angela Deem and Jasmine go back and forth, would have been cinema. That would have been cinema. We thought that maybe we'll get it with Jasmine and Natalie, but Natalie doubled down real quick, sadly so, okay? But Angela Deem would have been nice. And to be honest with you, the only other person would have been Big Ed, but I don't really want to do a thing where it's a man versus a woman personally. I'm not saying it should be women versus women, but I'm just saying that if we're looking at two of the most vulgar women of all time on this show who have had no remorse with certain things, not two of the only, but two of the amongst others, Angela Deem would have been a perfect match. I would have enjoyed that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Woo-wee. Nonetheless, though, much more offensive and extremely homophobic. Says here, I hear what you're saying. It's about time. She didn't even want a baby in the first place. She's only doing this for clout and fame, and hopefully for an extra season with her side piece. Listen, you ain't lying though. There is that possibility. Rob, God doesn't know you. At least like Rob, that's hilarious. Bro, how you doing? Hope you are good. It's been a while since I've seen you, my dear. Those pictures have been online since 2017, and she was proud of herself for outing his disgusting behavior. Yeah, can you imagine? She ran around and treated everyone like a piece of poop, then cry and want pity when she gets it back. Don't start a war if you can't handle the battle. That is very true. They just me. Let's say for being adults, they sure made me feel like I'm watching a kid's daycare. You are disgracing kids, okay? Listen, come on now. I would have stood up and prepared to try and move away or defend myself against that six and a half. I hear you. Jasmine is just lucky she didn't face off with a guy who has no issues with hitting women, because there's a lot of them out there, so she needs to not do that again. That is a very, very strong, fair point, to be honest with you. Damn, you guys are coming in with the comments today. You guys are on fire. If I gone live at like rush hour or something, hey, I listen. If I'm gonna have to start missing some comments, I don't lie to you folks, okay? Because boy, I've got about 30 minutes left of this live to potentially, and then I need a bounce. You know what I'm saying? So And we know what the maddest thing is. Do you know what, folks? First and foremost, anyone that has come in that I haven't said hi to you, okay? What's good? It's so good to see you here. But keep the comments going, okay? But I'm gonna move on to the post itself in particular that we're actually here for, and then I'll come back to the comments, okay, folks? So, to be fair, originally I saw this post first where somebody says mocking Jasmine's accent is dirty, okay? So this person here was expressing how she was not happy with the fact that Rob decided to mock the accent of Jasmine, all right? But so no, I'm gonna read this one, and then obviously just to give you guys an insight of what was said here, and then move on to the next one, okay? So in this one itself in particular here, obviously this person had seen the preview of the clips and obviously saw that, you know, already seen teasing of how Rob calls Jasmine a whore while mocking her Spanish accent. Let me tell you, Rob has always had a problem with respecting women. First it was Sophie's mum. He never missed an opportunity to call her a crackhead on camera, even when he was trying to make his marriage work. I mean, dude, your wife is going to see this and you care less than him going after Jasmine after he gets triggered by her open relationship. Like, bro, even if that's not how you roll, why you care so hard? Is it because you're caught cheating by Sophie and are jealous that they can get a whole pass, or you can just seriously hate the idea of women getting more than one partner, that you got to call them hoes, that you get to call them hoes? And also says here, something smells off. Truth be told, I always felt he was very cheap. See the many examples of how he treats Sophie, including the hilarious time he didn't get her favorite sauce for chicken because they charge $1 for it, or the time he took her to the shop for wedding rings and kept asking for the cheapest ring possible. Cheap is one thing, but it's funny to me, but disrespectful to women shows how small this clown is. I hope Sophie is getting some Pedro because she needs to try some Real Man after Rob the Knob. I hope you read this. Also, let's not forget the time when Rob was counting how many toilet rolls Sophie was using. Remember that one? You know what I mean? When Sophie said that he'd count how many toilet tissues that I would use, that was hilarious. Cheap as hell. I mean, listen, I don't know about Pedro being any better. I mean, Pedro's better in terms of the fact that he's got a career, you know what I mean, that has far much more stability. But at the same time, though, Sophie's the kind of person that should probably ruin Pedro's peace, to be honest with you. So yeah, I personally think that if Pedro and Sophie were to get together, I feel like Pedro would be on the lose end personally, because she's not really that much of an upgrade to Chantel, if you ask me, in terms of personality. If anything, I'd argue that Sophie's a bit more lazier, but hey, that's just me. But let's get into the post, this post off in particular, okay, guys? I know you guys are commenting here, so what I'm going to do is obviously read this one now. Obviously, once I read this one, that's when I'll get heavily involved in the comments again. But before I do that, let me just see if I've got some new people coming in so I can give some shout outs, you know what I mean? So we got Anika, first time ever seeing you, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Gary, how are you? Lucy in the building, how you do? Angie S, how are you? Miss Debbie's in the building, so Miss Jackson's here, how you doing? J, D, well, J and D's two different people, by the way, but welcome to both of you there. Sherry J, how are you? Les Phantom, I don't know how you say your name, but welcome to the stream, okay? And Doopy Tripod, how are you as well? All right. And I'm seeing some of these comments here. Let's have a look here. I miss it where, okay, somebody said, D says, I miss when it was about real couples struggling with long distance / cultural differences along with regular relationship problems. You wondered if they'd make it or not. Usually not, but sometimes did. Of course, and now we've got violence being a part of it. Monica, welcome to the stream as well. Just saw you right there. Now, let me read this comment itself in particular, where obviously it's talking about Rob being a gross human being. So it says here that Rob really said F the baby. How can he can feel however which way he feels about Jasmine, but how in the world is he a functioning adult? Nobody with a functioning brain would behave how Rob behaves. I cannot believe the amount of people on this sub that have defended this horrid man. He has to be one of the worst people to ever appear in 90 Day. Not to mention his blatant racism towards Jasmine. Oh, because of the mimicking of the voice. I guess it's subjective how you want to see that, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't say that was it. But anyway, with that being said though, the marriage was a mistake, and yes. Oh no, hold on a minute, I missed a step here. Jasmine made poor choices, of course, I, for one, think she should have never left Panama with Gino. Their marriage was a mistake, and yes, she should have never trusted that Gino was going to make sure her children came to the US. However, there was no reason for Rob to behave that way. Is he the fourth person next to Matt in Gino and Jasmine's marriage? Gino from the start has been weird and obviously a corn addict. Gino and Jasmine have been mutually abusive. I do agree that, yeah, they have been to each other, haven't they? Neither of them is completely absolved from their actions. But for some reason, the racist Andrew Tate fan Rob thinks Gino is so perfect and never did anything wrong in his life. Get the F out of here, you're disgusting. In the closet, bitter, jealous garbage can of a human being. What a degenerate. Damn, this person has an emotional vendetta against Rob. This person really does not like him. And also says, edit, my comment about Rob being in the closet is based on Sophie's Instagram post of saying he is in the closet. What I'm saying is perhaps he's angry because he feels he has to stay in the club or closet, closed, yeah, whatever. And I'm speculating that maybe this is why he's so disdainful of women. May I remind you this man. I mean, listen, first and foremost, I do feel like this person is definitely taking things definitely an emotional level, definitely on an emotional situation itself in particular. Do you know what though? I've actually got a screenshot, to be fair. I need to get to it. I'll get to it at some point, but let me see the chat right now, because you guys have been popping. Let me scroll up a little bit here. Let me see what comments I've missed. You know what I mean? See if I can grab a few here, there, everywhere. I believe equal rights. Both genders should be able to speak out. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, being able to speak out is definitely an equal thing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Everybody should get that opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I don't really think both people having a voice really is a part of equal rights, personally. You just gotta have no voice. Jasmine did a Panama accent. Rob did a Puerto Rican accent. Well, I mean, listen, Rob ain't no actor. He definitely wasn't gonna get the accent perfect. I mean, that's not me defending him. I'm just saying, if you've seen the 90-Day Bad Boys, I mean, some people call him the 90-Day Bad Boys, some people call him the 90-Day Gay Boys because of the energy they give off in the videos, just saying what people say. But if you've seen it, you'll know that Rob's acting is not good. So I definitely wasn't expecting him to do an accent that was nowhere near as good, to be honest with you, Angie S. He was wrong for calling Sophie's mom a crackhead, but she wasn't exactly denying in the moment. She only said something about that when she was pissed at him and wanted to make him look bad. That's a fair point. Jasmine assaulted Rob. Why aren't people talking about that? And that's exactly what we're here for. We're here because in the chat, you guys are always going to do a great job at speaking your truth of all and of whatever angle that you have. So people can talk about this, but guess what though? Dopey, you can then talk about the fact that Jasmine was physically violent. She went the extra mile, you know? But this is the problem with Jasmine though. Jasmine has an issue with, she doesn't like to be outdone by somebody. She has to be the one that outdoes somebody else. If you outdo Jasmine, she's not happy. So her throwing the shooting twice didn't surprise me, to be honest, because she does not like someone else being better than her. Look at what happened between her and Natalie. The moment that Natalie was going to speak up a little bit, Jasmine was like, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. And then Natalie doubled down because Jasmine has to go that extra louder mile. She saw that her voice being louder wasn't doing nothing to Rob, so what did she do? She had to go to the next level, and that was violence. That tells you the kind of person that woman is, and clearly not a good person. Clearly not a good person. Let's have a look here. If Rob threw something at Jasmine, he would be in jail right now. Turn the tables. It's all about Jasmine's feelings. Absolutely, I agree with that one. You ain't lying. Come on now. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. Dominic Neat, welcome to the stream. Some people and cast members make it very hard for men to truly open up on 90-Day out of fear for getting hate. It's horrible to see. Now, that's a fair point. She knows that Florin has zero problem standing up to her. Rob was the easier target and she had pictures of him. To be fair, that's a good point. And to be fair, they didn't even get to Florin even saying his point, to be fair. He said, look, was saying that was about it. But that is a very, very strong point, to be honest, because her and Florin had the disagreements anyway, and we all saw how that went down. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I see what you mean. And to be fair, anyway, also he also called the baby a bastard. I mean, it is true, but he should have never said that. That is true though. You know what I mean? Insulting a baby that is a baby that's not even born yet is crazy work. Crazy work. Rob was trying to hurt Jasmine because she's been hurting everyone for years. she can dish it out but can't take it. I mean, Just Joe, I'm just gonna say that I see what you're saying, but I don't know if I agree that was his intentions, was to hurt her just because he's seen to everyone else. I think that, to be honest with you, Rob is just one of those people that if he sees that he can pick on you, he's just gonna pick on you, to be honest with you. Because the thing that I've noticed, you know, you gotta understand something, right? I'm someone, I pay attention to patterns. And I've seen that Rob's always been okay with going at women. Never really seen him being okay with going at men. You see what I'm saying, you know? More than happy to go assault his mom. More than happy to go assault his friend, okay? And look at what happened with him and Josh. You know, he saw that Josh was in the DMs of Sophie. Why did he not go into them? Why did he not confront him? Why did he say, oh, but like, yes, we know it was Rob that was the one that was responding to him, but either way though, why didn't he confront him when he saw him? Why didn't he say to him, excuse me, why did you go into the DMs of my woman? Like, who gave you that right? But instead of going to the DMs of him, what did he do? He ended up becoming friends with freaking Josh instead. What? Bruh, if some random dude that I don't know, I've never met, whatever, right, who works in the same vicinity but knows that I've got a woman, knows we're married, and he still has the audacity to go in her DMs, I don't care what the reason is. Huh? What? Come on now, are you crazy? So Rob, for me personally, I don't think it was a matter of the fact that he just wanted to go out there to hurt Jasmine because of the way she is. No, he just likes to pick on women. That's the pattern that I've noticed anyway. Because again, I haven't seen him give the same energy to anybody else, okay? But Jasmine, on the other hand, she likes to give anybody who comes in her way stress. And that's her problem. Do you see what I'm saying, okay? She gives anyone and everyone stress. And that's the problem with Jasmine, okay? And clearly in this situation here, she just met someone who was ready to go to war to her. And what happens? They went to war. And the saddest thing about them going to war is that it escalated places that it should have never escalated to. And that was name calling and violence. And to make it worse, the production did a terrible job of managing it. Jerry Springer's freaking security guards could have done a better job of managing it. And their show's based on vulgar and violence. You know what I mean? 90 Days not supposed to be based on that, okay? Come on now, let's not mess about. Let's see, we've got Patricia, welcome to the stream. Tim Malcolm, is this the Team Malcolm from 90 Day Fiance? Welcome to the stream, Tim Malcolm, whichever one you are. Let's have a look here. Nikki Faces of Reality, how are you? It's good to see you here. How are you? One of the counselors at the last resort is also in an open marriage. Do you know what though? I question that though. I don't know if she's really in an open marriage or she was just put on the show just to stir up some drama. Because don't you think it's a bit ironic how 90 Day ironically just had a counselor that was in an open marriage? Don't you think that's a bit of a coincidence? I mean, normally if you put in counselors, obviously I guess you don't know people's backgrounds, you just put them in there because they're good at what they do or whatever, right? But it's a bit too much of a coincidence that they went into this season and then all of a sudden Jasmine has this idea of an open relationship, and then boom bam, out of nowhere the therapist is like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm in one too. Yeah, I don't know about that one. To be honest with you. That one was very, very suspect for me personally. Didn't really pick on it the first time, but I do now. This was such a wild tale. All creators are having different takes is entertaining. Listen, yeah, that's what the show is about though, isn't it? The show is about people having different takes, you know what I mean? I feel like, to be honest with you, all creators on all platforms, if we all have different takes, that's even better. But I feel like maybe if there's like a, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, the more different they are, the better it is, isn't it? And then people can kind of learn different things from each creator, if there's anything to learn per se. Welcome to the stream, Tom Hanks. Guys, do you know what though? I feel like I've come on live at a peak hour because, boy, I've never missed comments before, but you guys are coming in hot today. I don't like to miss comments. I'm gonna lie to you. I love to interact with you folks. God damn, you know what? You know what though? I thought I'd come on here for a quick half-an-hour live stream. You know what I mean? Thinking out, people will be asleep, people will be at work. I'll probably get about 10 or 3 people, or maybe 20 or whatever, and they'll be done. But instead, we got a whole stampede. What's going on? Next time I go live at this time, I'm gonna make sure that I've got plenty of time to stay live. I'm gonna say that for sure, okay? But then say that though, I'll go live at this time, next time, and there'll be one person here. Let's have a look here. Josh Joe says, actually, hold on, maybe go up a little bit before that. I find it hilarious that people are outraged over a man speaking 100% proven facts. I mean, listen, I feel like some people are outraged by that, which is weird, but people should only be outraged with the way Rob went about it and the way Jasmine went about it. That's what people should be outraged about, the way it was delivered. But there's already another show in the can, and it's probably Gino going to raise that child. Gram 19, can you imagine? That would be hilarious. It's a possibility. You never know. Let's have a look here. What don't people seem to understand? Jasmine does not have custody of her child. They can never come to the US unless Jasmine gets custody first, and she's not getting custody of her ex-kid. That is a solid point. But Jasmine keeps talking about immigration lawyers. What are they doing then? That is a very good point. It seems to me as if she needs not just a immigration lawyer, she needs another one too to get custody. And she technically have to go back to Panama to get custody, wouldn't she? She can't get it overseas, can she now? That'd be weird. As for Gino, I think the relationship was transactional and her goal was to get to the US, and he fulfilled his side of the arrangement because there were plenty of opportunities to cancel that visa. Oh yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying there. That's what he meant when he said he's going to make Matt cry. Gino ain't making nobody cry. I don't know in what world he thinks he's gonna make anybody cry, but we all know he's never gonna be able to do that. But yeah, I hear you. Let's have a look here. Where we at? That's what I don't think anyone has forgotten that Rob is a jerk, but he isn't wrong about Jasmine. I feel like there's people who haven't forgotten, and there's plenty of people that have forgotten. Maybe Jasmine was beating Gino closed doors. You know what though? We can't throw that possibility out the window. After what we've seen, we cannot throw that out the window. If you rewatch the show, she has thrown things at Gino before. She's 100% physically abusive. Listen, 100%. The first season they were there, when she found that Gino had sent pictures of her to his ex, what happened? Jasmine went in there, arms flying. 100%. She had thrown twice because she missed the first time. Oh, yo, hilarious, Beth. Welcome to the stream, Beth. Gino looks like Mr. Potato Head. Jasmine had a beautiful baby boy 2 days ago. Well, that's what Beth says, but we need that confirmation before we can even say that's true. You know what I'm saying? Where did you get your information from? Is the question, Beth. Yes, I agree. She targeted Rob. It was 100% premeditated because she knew he would say something, and the other girls knew this and sat there like sheeps. And to be honest with you, I just felt like that she had some sort of dirt that she thought was going to be credible against Rob that she couldn't get on Florin, and that's why she couldn't go after him, to be honest with you. And do you know what though? Now I think about it, I don't know why this didn't come to my mind. It would have also been easier for her to go after Rob rather than Florin, because Rob doesn't have Sophie no more. All right, so therefore, not like she would think about these things, but she probably would think about it. You know what I mean? Because if she goes after Florin, Stacey's still going to be there to say something. You know what I mean? Whether that's, something's going to be said. You see what I'm saying? So to be honest with you, Rob definitely would have been the target, because Rob went into that tell-all. And also, let's not forget, Rob went into that tell-all with basically most of the women not liking him anyway. There is that too. You see what I'm saying? Because he's no longer with Sophie anymore. So there is that point. Yes, she did. Jackie, welcome to the stream. First time seeing you here. Rob is like my ex. He will fight with a woman, but never with a man. You said it. Yes, you should all please hit the like button. That would be great. Let's have a look here. I don't watch Wet Socks' videos, so I don't know. I mean, to me personally, I actually most of the time don't watch other content creators for a very simple reason, because I always say that if I watch somebody else, I don't want my judgment to be clouded, and therefore I start thinking about what they've said, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I make a video and then I just start paraphrasing certain things by accident. So I actually avoid doing that, to be honest with you, for the most part. And to be honest with you, so I have two reasons. One reason is based on just how I want to deliver my content. I need to deliver it with just my own state of mind without thinking about what anybody else says. But the other one is more on the mental health side of things. My other one is because I don't want to spend too many too much time watching too much 90-day stuff when I'm not making 90-day content. Because god diddly damn, if I spent even my chill time without, you know, when I'm not making content, consuming more 90-day stuff, boy, I'd be losing my mind. Listen, you gotta understand, folks. For anybody that follows me on social media, you know that when I'm not creating content, I'm out there in the mountains, climbing mountains, doing my hikes, being in the nature, you know what I mean, being by the lake and just smelling just the beautiful nature of and seeing the waves of the lakes just go by, you know what I mean, and then going to the top of the mountain, just letting the breeze of the wind just take me away. Give me my wings, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen. But to be fair, but yeah, I have seen content from other creators here and there, but it's not something that I prioritize to do per se. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, for those two reasons, to be honest with you. But anyway, but apparently somebody saying here that you're disappointed with Wet Socks. Apparently, oh wait, I was so disappointed because I used to like him. He's hilarious, but calling Jasmine baby and anchor baby was effed up. I don't even know what anchor baby means. I'm gonna lie to you. So yeah, I have no idea. So I don't really have a comment on that one itself in particular, to be honest with you folks. But yeah, I do watch him sometimes. If people can't, they say, hey, you should watch it, I'm like, yeah, cool. But yeah, no, when I'm not doing 90-day content, I'm not. Listen, I'm anti 90-day. Leave me alone. I want peace. Let's have a look here. It's exactly what Jasmine does. She doesn't divorce she didn't divorce Gino. It would affect her status in US. So she gets pregnant for an anchor. What does this anchor baby mean? Hold on. Anchor baby meaning. Anchor baby is a derogative term used to describe a child born to a non-citizen parents in a country with the birthright citizenship, implying the child is used to facilitate their parents or family's legal or also residency or citizenship. Oh, shiz. Yeah, there's only one problem though. Matt. But hold on a minute. But don't you need to have a baby with an American though? Because Matt is an American. I mean, we don't know what visa he's on, to be honest with you. We don't know how he's there in America, right? So wouldn't that work? Or does it not matter who you have a baby with? Actually, hold a minute. Didn't Donald Trump change like change the rules anyway? Didn't he say that even if you're like, it doesn't matter whether your baby was born here or not, you're out no matter what? No, it's just a baby born in the US. Oh, that's crazy work. That is crazy work. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I knew what anchor baby was, I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably would be saying the same thing. I will not lie to you. I will probably be sitting and saying to you, you know what? You never know. Maybe Jasmine ended up having a baby because it was her way to Matt is from Romania. Because if I think about it, to be honest with you, we know that her and Gino will be obviously getting divorced at some point, right? That probably won't affect her stay there anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm just being dramatic now. Sorry. I just, I'm just being dramatic. Hold on a minute. But what if it's Matt that needed a baby to stay in the US? Maybe Jasmine had a baby with Matt on purpose because maybe he was about to get shipped back home because maybe his work visa or something is, you never know. Two foreign people having a baby in America. Oh, you never know. You never ever know. Yeah, I mean, I think obviously when Wet Sock guy said it, yeah, I mean, I see what he's saying. I can see what he's implying there. You know, it's a potential part. It's a potential. I wouldn't say that he's mean for saying that personally. It's a fair point, to be honest with you. I mean, let's be real. Can we really sit here and say that we will ever trust Jasmine's intentions? Do you know what I mean? Give me one good reason why we should ever trust Jasmine's intentions. You know what I mean? Like, she met Gina over Sugar Baby website because she wanted someone to pay her. You know what I mean? Like, let's not mess about, yeah? And then she waited until she got to the United States to finally now actually leave him after all this time. And let's not get it twisted. I still genuinely believe that Jasmine cheated on Gina with Dane, because Dane gave her, what is it? He gave her a couple of grand to help her with her butt implants. No man is gonna give you money free of charge with no return policy. Okay, right? Unless he's benefiting from that. But then at the same time, though, Dane's stupid for that. Anyway, why would you pay another man's woman money to go get butt implants if you're only gonna enjoy it until she runs back, until she moves away? That's weird to me. To be maybe that was a lie. Maybe that was just part of the storyline. Maybe he didn't really give her money, because that actually doesn't make sense, to be honest with you. If I was the type of clown to give money to a woman to improve her body, whatever, right? It's because she's sticking around. You see what I'm saying? It's not because she's gonna go off with another dude to enjoy the money that I put into you. Are you crazy? Do I look stupid? So maybe that wasn't real, to be fair. Maybe that was just a lie. You never know. But I would say that either way, I still generally believe that her and Dane definitely got a little hanky-panky going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, why would you want to live in the same complex as Dane? Why? You know, and why would you be so defensive about it? Why would you be so defensive? Because when Gino found out about it, she was hella defensive about it. But yeah, we'll see. Right, okay. Oh, damn. Time is not on my side. I do apologize, my lovely folks. So many people have come into the live stream today. Gino, you get what you paid for. Oh, 100%. Yep, you get what you paid for. If Gino gets an annulment within 10 years, Jasmine will have to go. Well, Bobby, we have just discovered that now Jasmine has a baby in America. That may not be the case. We just discovered that she may have had a baby for the purpose of having an anchor baby. So that may not even be the case. But I don't know. I don't know how all these things work. It's sort of a mess, you know. We're hearing different things all the time, you know. But listen, my lovely folks, okay, I do apologize that I've been unable to accompany all your comments. Usually that's exactly what I would be able to do, you know what I mean? But today we've been red hot, you know, and I'm definitely loving this energy of so many people coming in. I can really appreciate it. I think I need an anchor baby. South Africa is boring now. Hey, Precious, calm yourself down here. You gotta find yourself an American man first. Hey, don't worry, just go on a Sugar Babe website and find Gino, and he'll hook you up. Don't you worry. You know what I mean? He's always out here trying to pay people. But hey, you never know. This might be a thing. But nonetheless, though, thank you so much for your time, you lovely people. I hope to see you guys again, of course, on another live stream. I know I'll see some of you again, but you know, there's people always here. So thank you so much. But with that being said, though, I will. Oh, I just see what you said there. Is that Usman commenting? Tom thinks that Precious is Usman. That comment, that's hilarious. But nonetheless, though, guys, I hope to see you guys also in the uploads as well. There to come as well. Thank you so much for your lovely time, and I will catch you guys in another live stream as well as the uploads as well. Okay, let me go bounce and be on my way. Got things to do today. Thank you so much. Peace.